You can play some
Adam
more
Silver.
NBA 2K.
And a proud moment indeed.
Post me in the comments. I don't care. Warriors versus Pelicans.
Welcome everybody to the day we've all
This is
been
my
looking
season, by the
forward
way.
to. The start.
See, I'm looking to see. Because if it says good. Oh, no, it's not. Because it is my season, though.
Of a new NBA season on 2K Sports.
See?
I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. And going against New Orleans, their first game of the NBA's regular season. A season ago, they matched up with this team in the first round. Lost a tough 6-game series.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans.
Yeah, sure, you guys. I lost that game with Kyrie. He had 30-something points.
In the middle,
I can't believe
and it's
I
Holiday
lost.
in at the point guard.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
And it's Davis missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Here's Barnes, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom
what's up, bro?
in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons in Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying, Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thanks, Doris. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Here's Evans after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Pass to Gordon to stop the run. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now there's Curry, taken away by Holiday. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Here's Curry. On the wing. And another basket.
Oh, I made it red. Oh, my
Nothing
God.
better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Oh, I cost him?
Pelicans trail by 4. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'd very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Clock at 4. Here's Ajinça. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ajinça's got his first basket of the night. Warriors have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here is Livingston. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's Iguodala outside. The shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. The second chance effort. And there's the play by Anderson inside. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing. And a
Ooh, jelly!
You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs. Let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
And so here is Golden State after Eric Gordon's miss, and the shot is good.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Here's Cole to the inside. Davis gets a wide open look. Here's Ajinça. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him. And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
And so here is New Orleans, trailing by 2. Here's Cole. He's covered by Iguodala. And it's Gordon penetrating. Can't hit from in close.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Thompson outside. Up in time. And released it in time, but it's off. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like you do the one dribble pull-up, like you do the one dribble, fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball.
Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Holiday out there with Quincy Pondexter. Then there's Tyreek Evans. Then there's Perkins. And it's Ashik in at the power forward position. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Pondexter.
Well, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And he gets it to go. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Asha. There's the double team with Barbosa. Here's Holiday. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
And there's the feed to Ashik. No one covering. Ashik's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Here's Barbosa. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Perkins. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
And here is Pondexter. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Pondexter with it. Feeds to Evans. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Pondexter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
They set the screen. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Bogut.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
And he gets it to go. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Pondexter last year was very valuable after the trade. Career highs Clark and points and minutes played for him with the Pell.
Yeah, and you know, he showed he can really be a 3 and D guy. Shot over 40% from deep with the Pelicans and defended pretty much every position on the perimeter.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Now here's Davis. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Green. After Eric Gordon's bucket, Green kicks to Spates. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Spates has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Warriors. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Kicks it to Cole. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Cole's got his first points of the game.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Now here's Iguodala. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Gordon kicks to Ajinça. Again, the Pelicans score.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Warriors leading by 4. Thompson outside. From the arc. And the shot is good. Thompson's got 10 points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Cole the pass to Davis. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. Anderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Over in the corner, Cole. Goes up on the wing. Green with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary.
Look at you, dumb young boy. Get out of my way.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now the dish to Davis. Tries from 7. Here's Ajinça. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And Ajinça drops them both.
That was
And the
like,
first
I didn't
half
get a
comes
chance.
to a conclusion in the game.
Yes, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade.
The defense keeps coming up short. Just no solution for Thompson.
If I
He's got
make
10
this,
points, and he's knocked
I'm
down a
playing
pair of
Fortnite right now.
three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set more screens.
I'm sorry, guys, but that is it for this video. I will be having that video up later on, by today. But yeah, I'm gonna be some live streaming Fortnite. So yeah.